Jeremy, thank you for joining me today.
You're very welcome.
What sort of product innovation is needed to help increase buy-to-let lending over the next 12 months?
Well, we've been discussing that today with all of the brokers here and asking them the questions. So, in Accord, we've previously done some hybrid products around kind of mixing fixed and variable. That seems to be a very positive. It's gone down very well in residential, and actually brokers here today are talking about that as well. We have been discussing things like offset as well, but there's a question as to where in the market that fits in terms of is that for smaller or larger landlords, and so it all depends on which bit of the market you're aiming at, because it's very polarised between those with very few properties and those with a huge amount of properties. So it's about finding the right market and finding the right products.
Okay. When will we see the return of higher LTVs in the buy-to-let market, sort of in the 80 plus region?
I'm not sure we necessarily will, or that we necessarily should. So, this is, buy-to-let fundamentally is about an investment. And actually, if you're going to make an investment, you have to have some skin in the game. And, so I think it's important that we don't really head up the LTV curve. What that's for is for helping out people, owner-occupiers and first-time landlords. Mm-hmm. So we might see some stretch. And I think what you might find is that some of them with smaller lenders who want to play in niche spaces with high margin might go and look at that. But fundamentally, I'm not sure that we should see the same rise as we did previously up the LTV curve.
Will you be looking at niche sectors such as HMOs and student lets?
Yeah, we very specifically have set up a dedicated team of underwriters and a dedicated processing team, because we realise that buy-to-let is a specialist market. Mm-hmm. We have entered it in terms of a stage entry, into some of the more basic elements of the market, because things that you've just described, like HMOs, have specific regulation. And what's really important is that both the lender and the landlord and the intermediary understand those sub-segments. So we will be looking at those areas of the market as time goes on.
Do you have a specific time frame in mind of when we'll hear more about that from you guys?
It's all about how much business we want to write and how much. What we're finding at the moment is the market is growing so much that we probably don't need to do that in the short term, but we will begin to look at them in the medium term. So over the next 12 months we will look at other areas.
Thank you for your time, Jeremy.
You're very welcome. Lovely to be here.